This is for you if you're in a low energy slump. You feel like you're stuck, you just wake up tired, lethargic, drained. You just feel like you're in a rut. Every day is Groundhog Day and nothing ever gets easier no matter what you try. And you've probably tried heaps of stuff. You probably tried all these different diets. You probably tried exercise and going to the gym, taking supplements, pills, potions, magic powders, done test after test after test after test. And the doctors just say, oh no, you're fine. You should be feeling great. It's all in your head or something along those lines. If that sounds familiar, then this is for you, right? There are 2 easy steps that you need to follow in order to make this happen, right? Step number 1 is you need to be looking at your dopamine. Dopamine is the hormone or the neurotransmitter for motivation. What a neurotransmitter is, it's a little brain chemical which goes all through your brain and all through your body, and it controls every single thought, feeling, mood, everything that you have, including your energy, including your motivation to get up in the morning, to do work, your ability to think, your ability to remember stuff. It controls absolutely everything. And dopamine is the key one when it comes to motivation, the key one when it comes to energy. Now, if your dopamine is off kilter, if it's not working terribly well, if you're what we call desensitized to dopamine, you just won't be motivated. Have you ever woken up in the morning and just thought, I can't be fucked to do anything today? I'm just not motivated. I can't be bothered to go to work. I can't be bothered to go to the gym. Have you ever looked at the TV and the couch one day versus looking at going out and doing exercise or doing some work or doing something that you needed to do and just thought, fuck it, I'm going to choose the TV and the couch? Or have you ever known that you shouldn't eat that fucking chicken schnitty? You shouldn't eat it. You know you shouldn't. But then you end up doing it just because you're craving it? Yeah, that's dopamine working its magic there. If your dopamine isn't working well, you're not going to have a fun time. So the first thing you need to do is you need to fix your dopamine, okay? Now, if you don't know how to do that, what I want you to do is I want you to comment dopamine down in the comment section down below, just down there in the comment section. Comment dopamine, right? And then what we'll do is we'll send you across a free training on how you can do that, okay? The second thing after you fix your dopamine is you need to make sure that you're optimizing your sleep and your recovery. Why? It comes back to dopamine again. Whenever you sleep, your brain resets your body's sensitivity to dopamine. And the way I'm going to describe sensitivity is like this. You know how when you have your first beer, you're pissed, right? The first time you had your beer when you were in my case, 12 years of age, you have your first beer and you're drunk. And then if you start drinking much more than that, as I did at a very young age, you start drinking 2, 3, 4, 5 beers, and then all of a sudden you can have a 6-pack or a 12-pack and you're not pissed. That's because you are no longer as sensitive to alcohol as what you were when you first started. This is the same thing with dopamine. Is by the end of the day, your body is going to be much less sensitive to dopamine because all these other things start blocking dopamine's effectiveness as you get more and more tired. And so what we need to do is we need to increase that. And sleep is a really, really good way to increase our sensitivity to dopamine. Because if you don't sleep, you don't recover, your brain doesn't clear out the desensitization. You become desensitized, aka someone who's drank loads of beers every single day for the whole of his life and no longer gets drunk. Does that make sense? So you just don't feel your dopamine, hence why you don't have any energy or any motivation. Does that make sense? So that's why we need to make sure that we're sleeping really well. So what is good sleep? Good sleep is when we're getting a combination of deep and REM sleep. Everyone will get some degree of light sleep, that's okay, but the most important thing is to make sure that we get, at least I recommend, as tracked by an Oura Ring, about at least 3 hours. No, stop it. Sorry, my dog's just attacking me. Look at this. This is what I do. This is what I got to deal with. It's tough. This is my Oura Ring, which I'll show you right now. So this is a ring. It tracks all my biometric data, okay? And it tells me how well I've slept. And you're a pain in the ass. Look at this. This is so hard to concentrate when I'm getting attacked. She's just so loving, this bloody thing. But anyway, back to it. Whenever you sleep, you should be getting about 3 hours combined of deep and REM sleep every single night. On top of that too, you should be making it so that you have a good level of restfulness so that you're not moving around a lot through the night. You know those nights where you're just tossing and turning, you're constantly feeling like crap? Yeah, that's when you're not having a good night's sleep and you're not going to recover terribly well. So good amount of deep and REM every single night and making sure that you actually get to rest and you get to recover an adequate amount. And if you do that, you'll immediately notice an improvement. And some of you might say, James, well, I already sleep where I feel really good. Well, are you tracking it? Are you using a biometric device? And at the same time, if you sleep well and you feel really good, well, why is it that you're still feeling like crap? Probably because your dopamine is still out of whack. So if this makes sense to you at all and you want to learn more, what I want you to do is just comment dopamine down below, and I'll send you across a free training on that, on how you can actually optimize your dopamine. Because if you do this, then I can guarantee, if you optimize your dopamine, if you optimize your nervous system so it functions better, you will literally immediately see results with way more energy, not feeling like you've got in a rut anymore, and you'll have way more motivation. On that note, guys, I'll leave you all to it. Hope this helps. Speak soon.